oftentimes we need to deliver effective feedback right in the moment. We don't have a whole lot of time to plan what we're going to say or think about it. And in those moments, it's really important to make it sound like constructive feedback versus constructive criticism. So I'd like to share with you some phraseology that will help you in that moment. The first technique that I'd like to bring to your attention is called likes best next time. So let's say that you're working with a colleague on a project, or you have an assistant that sent out a memo on your behalf, and something didn't quite get inserted the way you would have done it. Well, you could quickly say to your assistant, for example, here's what I like best about that memo you sent out. And then find something that you're sincere about that you could compliment her on, that she did well. Next time, I would like, and then fill in the blank. And here's where you get an opportunity to say what you would say or do differently next time. It's just a way to keep it sort of upbeat and positive. Similar phraseology to that is to share with them, here's what I like best, and here's what I would change moving forward. So again, that word change is more positive than, and here's what I don't like, or here's what I don't want you to do. You can see there's a theme with me about creating a visual, staying in a positive mode to keep the people you work with engaged and enthusiastic about working with you. It's just as easy to do this as it is to be negative, but as Jim Rohn used to say, the things that are easy to do are just as easy not to do. So I encourage you to keep it this way. So that's the like best next time type of approach, or the, change, here's what I would do, here's what I like, here's what I would change. There is also a great technique in that moment is to simply ask them. For the assistant example, you would say, what do you like best about the memo that you created? Is there anything you would change if you had more time to do it again? So it's a way to get them to have some self-awareness about what's going on. It's a great coaching technique, and it allows you to not necessarily be the one pointing out the flaws. Now, if they don't see what you're referring to, of course, please still bring it up, but it's a way to get the conversation started. Another approach, if something has already happened in the past that you would like to see behavior changed on, is to use the 3 steps called here's what happened, here's what needs to happen, and here's what I'm willing to do to support that. So let's say that you found out that the company newsletter went out and the product pictures weren't included. So you might sit down with that individual who was responsible and say, here's what happened. I noticed that the newsletter went out and the product pictures that were updated weren't included in that most recent copy. Here's what needs to happen moving forward. We really need to have a check and balance system to ensure that we're always sending out accurate photos to support the articles. And here's what I'll do to support that. I realize it can be challenging to proof all the time. You get so close to it. So if you'll give it to me at least 24 hours prior to wanting to send that out, I will be your second pair of eyes and take a look at it as well. So those are some ways to give really short, quick, effective feedback in the moment. I hope you can see how this will focus again on what to do next versus dwelling on what's already happened and being that buzzkill boss or project friend or manager. So anyway, this is another communication truth from Colette Carlson.